Alrighty, traders. Hello, everybody. What an amazing week this week has been. Eh? What an amazing year this week. This whole year, the volatility, the opportunities. Oh my goodness, so much money and so many amazing opportunities are happening right now underneath our feet. And guess what? And it's not gold. Gold crash, baby, gold. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. So I've just recorded a brand new trading course and I'm giving you a free access to this. This is broken down into 4 different parts. Part number 1 is about the foundations, the biggest mistakes you're making right now, what goes into a good trader. Part number 2 is about the chart reading techniques that's been working since the 1950s. This chart reading, part number 3, advanced chart reading, is about the techniques that I've actually only learned from my millionaire mentor, not from books. And then also my number 1 top trading system mastery. I give you all of that for free and I'm giving it to you. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now or click on the very first link in the description. Alrighty, traders. Now I've got you gold traders and investors with your knickers in or not. This guy's an idiot, blah, blah, blah. Cool, you can leave right now, okay? You don't need to watch me anymore because I'm an idiot. For you guys that know that, let's get straight into this whole thing about gold, okay? One thing that I'm seeing right now is you guys are being lucky, all right? And I'm not about you being lucky, right? Lucky doesn't make long-term success in the markets. Long-term success is having a trading plan that you follow all the time and finding those trading patterns that work most of the time and then waiting for those trading patterns that work most of the time and taking those trading patterns that works most of the time, right? So many people right now are getting lucky gold and I promise you guys, your day is coming. Now, yes, I did think and I still do see we're around about the top here. Just because gold's making a new high doesn't mean I'm wrong with my call. My overall call is over the next few months, we're going to be seeing gold having a lot more lower prices. I don't know when that top's going to be, but if you are long gold right now, over the last few weeks, you got into new trading opportunities over the last few weeks, and you're holding now, and you're putting in the chat box below that you're the man, cool, right? You got it right. Fantastic. You know what? I got it wrong. I thought gold would continue down, and it didn't, and we've made a new high. You got it right. I got it wrong. Amazing. You should start your own YouTube channel because obviously you know more about these markets than I do. Please start your own YouTube channel. I look forward to watching your videos. Crickets, 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 right? So on the back of all that, just be humble yourself as well too, right guys? For you guys that are doing well out of gold right now, and because we are in a very big parabolic move, right? You are caught, this is called being lucky. Called being lucky. What happened to the stock market? You guys know, right? Look at this here. Everyone that was quote unquote a really good trader for the last few years, how lucky are they this year right now? Guess what's coming out of gold soon, right? So please humble yourself and don't be so like I'm the shit type thing, right? Because the market will give you a sweet, humble pie. And my job is to just warn you about what's potentially coming, so therefore you can stand aside. And guess what, guys? I'm standing aside of this gold market right now because when this thing gold does pop, right? When those lucky traders of the last few months are going to become very unlucky, just like the stock market's been showing those lucky, really good, successful traders. You know, you're going to get humbled, right? So stay humble around these markets or you will be humbled. So looking at the actual Dow Jones right now, what's happening with the Dow Jones right now? So there is one technique that I'll continue to sort of impress upon you guys, right, of what we do here. And the technique is this. Whenever we do get too far away from moving averages, too far away, too far away, too far away, too far away, guess what ends up happening? We start to come back to it, right? What happened this week? Why did we get such a hard and fast snapback out of the markets today? Look how far away we are. And look, and you know, right? We had an enormous move. Like the NASDAQ was up like 11%. How come that is? Because we're so far oversold, stressed on the downside, that history and the reality says we're likely to come back to the moving averages, right? So if we know this is going to happen, we never know exactly when this is going to happen. But when it does happen, just like this year, or just like what we saw this week, right? Bam! Out of nowhere, bam! Right? So this happens for the downside, too far away from the moving average. Reality is that when you talk about probability, right? If you get on something, right, and it's too far away from the moving average and it keeps going, just like gold is right now. Now, by the way, guys, I don't hate gold, right? I actually see gold going to 10,000, right? But I'm trying to stop you guys. Most of you guys are trading the markets. You're not investing. That's the investing purposes, right? But most of you guys that are trading now and you have been long this last few weeks, right? Guess what we're experiencing now? And the reality is that my job is to stop you from getting into trades that's likely to be wrong 8 times out of 10. Meaning if you get into something and we start to get too far away, then you guys that have gotten into gold these last few weeks and it's still going up and you've been lucky. I just want you to realize that you've been lucky, right? And being lucky, these markets gives you a bit of a ski curve. You did really well and then you get really crashed. That's what I'm seeing right now with my coaching calls, with my calls on the phone. I'm seeing a lot of people who did really well in the stock market. They were the shit, right? They were the shit. Seeing through here. Let me show you this here. Right, they were the shit through here. Big bull market. They did really well. And now guess what's happening? They're absolutely getting crushed right now this year. I'm having a phenomenal year this year, but I want you to understand what the concept of being a professional trader in the markets. The professional trader realizes that sometimes he needs to step aside and be patient and not take trades. That's the hardest thing for you, right? Do you know I've only taken 4 or 5 trades this year? But do you know my account is very nicely in the green this year. I haven't lost any money this year. In fact, I'm making a lot of money this year. Right? So those people who got lucky last year just by buying and holding, you're now realizing that you're actually not a good trader in the markets. You were just lucky in a big bull market. And that's my only warning sign is I'm putting against those people who are long gold right now on a trading purposes, that is. Meaning you're looking to get in and get out within a few days or a few weeks and trying to make some money from there. Right? Your day will come that your luck will run out, and just like every bull market in history, including the one back here, every big bull market that ends with a big one thing you will learn about Ray Dalio, right, guys, is Ray Dalio says that things happen again and again and again and again, right? And what is that? Whenever we do go through very big bull markets, right, and we look at this is the GLD price here. This is the GLD price. And as you can see, whenever we've gone through these very big bull markets, look what's always happened, right? We've always what? Always pulled back to the moving average, pull back to the moving average, pull back to the moving average. But every now and then, especially at the peaks of bull markets, guess what? Look at this here. Look at that parabolic move. That was the end of the bull market. Look at this here. Pulls back to it, pulls back to it. And then we started to go parabolic. See through here? Now, by the way, this is a weekly chart. What was this here? The parabolic is the end of the big bull market. The end of the big bull market. Now, this is weekly charts. So for you guys that are going to wake up and then on Monday when the market opens up and gold's up a little bit more, you're going to say, John, you got it wrong again. Gold's still going up. Be smart about the way you're trading, right? Do you want longevity in these markets? Right? My job is to stop you from getting into these trades, and instead of putting all your energy into gold, why not look at these other markets? Because there's other markets out there right now, and there's other stocks right now that are setting up for an incredible move, that are not parabolic, that don't have a 20% chance of working out for you, right? That's what I'm all about, guys. I just want you guys to succeed, right? And when you know through history, through the last 20 years, then whenever we do get too far away from the moving average, it's a bad time to enter the markets. And that's my whole thing for those last few weeks, and probably last month now, is to telling traders, listen, traders, if you may be missing out on gold right now, but you're not missing out on anything, right? Because guess what? You're not missing out on anything, because what's happening right now only happens 10-20% of the time. But what's inevitably going to happen? When something goes parabolic so much, it's like an elastic band, right? What happened with the stock market this week? Stock market was what? Too far below the moving average. And then we end up getting a massive slingshot move back to the upside. And now we've just done that here. Same for the other side, right? When we get too far away, bam, we get a big drop. look what's happening here. The end of the gold bull market right now is coming to an end. The signs are there, guys. Look at the last 20 years. This time is not different, right? So for you guys that are trading the markets, I mean, you got in the last few weeks and you're a legend, right? You're riding it, big bull market, so on and so forth. Remember, guys, my whole job as a coach for you right now on this here is I want you to be doing something that gives you a good probability so you can rely on that for the rest of your life. Not jumping onto something that's going to happen 20% of the time. Right now, I know 90% of you guys are not going to listen to that, and that's okay. Because 90% of you guys right now, even though I'm showing you the actual reality, right? You could ignore reality, but you can't ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. And my job right now is to scream at you if you're trading the markets right now and you're trading gold. Trading and investing are different, right? Investing is buy and hold. I'm an investor in gold long term. I'm actually in gold long term. I'm actually in gold. But I'm not looking at this year. I'm looking at 2030, 2035, like those sort of areas. Meaning, those sort of years, right? But I'm trying to show you the reality of how these markets truly work, not because you want it to, or you think it, or you hope it, right? You're thinking this, you're hoping this, you're fearful of this, no. Look at the last 20 years and look what happens every single time. The market is telling you. The market does the same thing over and over and over again. Ray Dalio says things happen over and over and over and over again, but we can't see it. And the reason why we can't see it is because this is the biggest thing you'll learn from Ray Dalio, is Ray Dalio says most people can't see the big picture because they're so stuck in this is what's been happening for the last couple of months right now. Right, so that's all I am with you guys that are with gold right now, right? So I'm just here to try to protect you and try to make sure that when the market does move, and as you saw a week ago, right? This is a few days on the downside can really, really, really wipe you out. And that's all, guys. That's all I'm here, right? I'm not here about being right? Because as you know, successful trading is about having a strategy that has a win-loss ratio, and sometimes the trade does lose money, right? But I'm also here to show you that, hey, if 90+% of the time when we do get this pattern, this is likely to happen, aka we've been in a very big bull market for a while, and we get a parabolic move, after it's been a big bull market, history over the last 20 years gives that almost 100% certainty that it's getting very close to the end of the bull market. The end of the bull market is up here, right? Now, I eventually do see gold going to 10,000, not after the big correction that's coming right now. This is the end of the bull market. This is a major warning sign. The gold bull market is coming towards an end. It's given the last little parabolic, the last little shoot to the upside. And the last 20 years, every time this is happening, you have gotten a major warning. And unfortunately, sometimes it can be really severe, just like this here. And we end up going down 20% in almost 2-3 weeks, and you're left there holding the bag thinking, what the hell happened from here? Right? So that's what I'm all about, guys, there. And that's why I've been very, very, very big warning on the gold market from here. I don't know exactly when the top's going to be in, but my job as a trader, and so should yours, is to know the warning signs that are coming so we can, one, step aside from the train wreck, and two, potentially get ready for some good opportunities. That's both sides, right? Both sides is, one, if I can see glaringly obvious by the reality of how things work, then I can step aside. But then secondly, the second side of that, when you are trading, do you even know what to look for in a high quality setup? Do you even have a trading pattern that works most of the time, that when it does come around, your preparation meets opportunity gets lucky? That's what I'm all about, right? One, I'm about to teach you about stay away from these opportunities, because you do this 8 times out of 10, your account's gone to 0. So that's what I look at there with gold, guys, and that's why and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate with the bull market there, but you know what? The gold bull market is getting very, very close to an end here. We are getting through a move, but we never know when the end's going to be. But the way gold's working right now, guys, this bull market we're seeing right now is getting very, very close to the end. And unfortunately, those who are left hand in the bag are going to get run over big, big, big time. Don't be lucky, guys. Don't be lucky in the markets, right? Lucky is getting into gold right now, and it's going up based off your thought and just based off an idea. Use proper planning and strategies if you want to be around the markets long term. Now, I do know that 2% of you guys watching the video right now are going to get what I'm getting right now. And the other 90%, you guys are going to say I'm an idiot and so on and so forth. And that's okay. You can stop watching this idiot right now, right? You can go watch someone else's, right? Go watch Peter Schiff, who's always saying, which you probably do anyway. So that's what we're seeing there right now when it comes to the markets here. One thing I am seeing right now with a good old stock market is, if I just bring this up to here, let me bring this up to here. One thing I'm noticing here is we're starting to find a bit of support right now when it comes to this level here, and we do have gaps here that I'm noticing here, right? All through here, right? All through here, there's a gap. So we're probably going to race up towards and close that gap from there. Looking at that through there, Nasdaq actually went and closed both its gaps through there. The S&P has a bit of a gap here, so it's probably going to come up and close that gap as well. And the IWM also as well too. So one thing I do want to share with you guys is that just remember that for you guys that are long the stock market right now, this could be the top. I'm going to say that again. For you guys that are long the stock market right now, this could be the top. I believe there's some amazing trading opportunities right now, trading for the next couple of months. Not buy and hold and wait for the next very big exuberant bull market when we just already had one. By the way, guys, I truly believe that the very big bull market in the markets is over. Doesn't mean we can't get an upside. And yes, I still do have, and it's so interesting, isn't it, guys? Like, I have a 7,000 target on the S&P 500. I still have that target. I still believe we're going to get to 7,000 by the end of this year, right? Now, it's interesting that the way the psychology of investors work, when the market drops down to here, they say you're an idiot for calling that. And then it's not until we end up going through a very big move to the upside. So by looking at this level here, guys, this could be the top in the this could be the top in the bull market. I still believe we're going to go to 7,000, right? But just remember, for you guys that are now buying stocks again, right? You guys are buying stocks because you think it's a good idea instead of having some rules and strategies, which blows my mind, right? Here's the thing here. We could do this. My 7,000 target may be wrong. That's a guess. That's a guess. Remember, guys, it's a guess, not a guarantee, right? We could be getting ready for a rally up to this level here, 5,000, up this level through here over the next couple of weeks. And then we roll over and then we end up starting a very big, if this is the first sign of the recession starting and the big bear market and the big crash to come, this is what we're going to get. And this little short-term rally is going to be left with a much, 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 much bigger downturn coming. So, for you guys that are buying stocks right now, hoping for a lot more upside, that's what could be coming as well out of the markets from here. So, that's what I wanted to share with you there today, traders. I wanted just to share a few things with you here. Once again, traders, my job as a coach for you guys is to just give you the warning signals to step aside of something that's likely to happen, and then not only do that, but then align yourself with the exact trading pattern. So when there's amazing trading setups come around, and if you don't have this, then this is where you're going wrong. Because through the year, there's going to be these pockets of time that present amazing trading opportunities, amazing trading patterns to do really well. And if you haven't been preparing and knowing exactly what that looks like, it's going to present itself, it's going to pass you by, and you're potentially going to miss out on hundreds of thousands of dollars, potentially millions of dollars worth of opportunities, only because you don't know what you are looking for.